Hello, greetings, armchair Imagineers. Not Tiki here.
And also not Tiki here.
That's two not Tikis for the price of
Yeah.
one. And we might even have a third here any minute now.
He's coming. Tiki's on the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just got really confused. I had the video open on another tab of my laptop, and I just heard like so much echo. Hi.
I used to get that sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome. This is the Celis Tiki Report minus the Tiki part. We are talking about Voyage number 7 of Celestial Dreaming, an armchair Imagineering competition. And if you're watching this, you almost certainly know that already because you are, going by our viewership numbers, Theme Park Priest, who is already commenting.
Welcome, Theme Park Priest.
Or someone watching this live.
I can confirm it is Expedition 7.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah. The goal for this one was less limiting on what the theme of what you had to do and more about the format of it. Kind of a sequel to earlier where we did the Ace Land, but I've decided that Ace Lands are for carrots. It's A, B, C, D, E land. You had not Disney Studios Paris, Disney Adventure World, their rebrand, big empty space for Blue Sky Land to do whatever you want as long as you had A ticket, B ticket, C ticket, D ticket, and E ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Joker's Wild joining me, guest reviewer.
Sorry?
No, I was going to say, and Joker's here as guest reviewer. This was...
Yeah, hi, hello.
You weren't playing this round, right?
No, I dropped out the last round.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I need to go back to my list of players and double check who's in.
You can put me back in. Okay.
Yeah. That'd be helpful to know.
I'm willing to win doing nothing. It's fine. It's great. I'll fell to the top.
Joker's is in the final 3? Weird.
I'm ready.
Yeah. What's even crazier is I have it written down that Tegan wins.
The final 3 is just all people that dropped out.
Tagging them and hope they respond. Theme Park Priest does bring up an important thing in the comments. Did you sell your fridge?
Yeah, we're working on it. No, actually, no, I'm giving it to someone.
There you go.
I decided to... I had a Christmas Carol scenario one night a couple weeks ago, and I learned the spirit of giving. And I decided to give my fridge to a poor homeless boy in need. So...
Please, sir, may I have some fridge?
I pulled up to a homeless encampment and I said, guys, have I got the thing for you? And I opened my trunk and took out the unplugged fridge. And they loved it. They were confused, but I think once they really think about it, I think they'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be... It can be like Indiana Jones, where you can hide in it if there's a nuclear blast, or you can keep your food cold.
Exactly. It's perfect.
It's multi-purpose.
It's perfect.
Yep.
I think they're really gonna come to understand that this is a good thing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you were visited by the ghost of refrigerators past.
And future. Yeah. Oh my God, what's coming? They're gonna have crazy fridges. 20 years from now, oh my, I can't even... They made me sign an NDA, but I'm here to tell you that the future is fridge. It's coming.
Fantastic. I'm picturing a fridge that's also a microwave where you just hit like one button and everything in there cooks at once.
Hold on to that thought. That's all I'm going to say. Keep that in your back pocket.
There we go.
Yeah. The ghost of Fridge Future was in fact you. You came and you said, this is my idea. This is my pitch for Future Fridge. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hi. How's everyone doing?
Have another not Tiki.
God, fuck, we all doing camp?
Oh no, is Tiki not here?
Like shit.
You don't have to do camera. This is just
it's too
the
late.
only time my neighbors are quiet enough to have orange bed.
Wow.
Hi, Outbound. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So far, we've mostly been talking about Joker's fridge.
Oh, yes, your fridge.
And we're making great progress. I've given it
Have
to...
you been able to sell it yet?
No, I gave it away.
Mm.
Because that's the Christian thing to do. So, but I still have others. If anyone wants a TV, we have things in Japan called kotatsu, which is it's a table with a heater in it. It is very useful for it's actually very cool. I wish you could get them in the US. But if you want a kotatsu, please message me, tell me, and I am happy to get that to you.
Platinum Pizza Moon
There
to
you go.
anyone who buys that kotatsu.
They're really cool. I don't know why they're not a thing in the US. Well, I do, but I don't know why they haven't come over. I feel like they should be more widely available.
I should be able to go down to H-Mart and buy it.
I'm surprised that you can, honestly.
Yeah.
That seems like a place where you would be able to. Go to the Japan Pavilion. They got them. It's close to you.
There you go.
Stop in.
Just carry it around Epcot the rest of the day.
Yeah. They put it in a big bag like the lightsabers.
It's really pushed to squish it down underneath the seat in Soren.
They have a whole kotatsu making experience. You go in and you choose your legs, your preferred heater.
Gosh, tomorrow just walks in and is like, guys, we've sold one of these. What are we doing?
We've really cornered the kotatsu market of Florida.
Yeah. There's dozens of us that want them. Dozens.
But hi, welcome. Here we are, 3 Tikis, ready to discuss Expedition 7, the Abkadu. I forget the last word. River?
Voyage.
Voyage, thank you.
Woo.
The Rivers was the last game, and now it's Voyages, I guess.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's very different things.
Yeah. Entirely new concept. I think just take everything I did last season and change the words to sound vaguely spacey. So with that, do y'all have one you want to start with? Like Outbound, did you want to start with your team with Marseille? I think you posted first anyways.
We could, yeah, for sure. We're talking about this last, so Marseille, yeah.
Yeah.
All
if
right.
you have
of course.
things you want to say about the last round, we want, like, scheduling wise, able to do a podcast on it. So you have things you want to share, go for it.
No, I think for the most part, everything that you said in the reviews mostly kind of hit the mark. I think last round was pretty good, but I think the one thing I'll say is that I think as a team we very much branched out, and I think this round we maybe kind of got more together and focused on one concept, which was a lot of fun. I say that as someone who admittedly posted like 45 30 minutes before we ended up posting my project. But I think we worked a little bit more maybe together in the brainstorming, and I think we came up with a really cool project. So I was really happy with this round. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all really locked in for such like a kind of out there weird idea.
Yeah.
Y'all just came together great with it too.
Yeah.
And that was all space, right? The initial idea?
Yeah, I think Space mentioned like Paris in the 20th century, and we kind of just sort of flipped that over to what would like the future be like for our concept. So it was really fun. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, that's a wild pull. And I'm glad that you guys went with it.
Yeah. Like Obi's puppeteer, my girlfriend, usually last season on podcasts more, they still have been keeping up. So ask me what the projects were about. Well, this one is Aladdin and Hercules is like a crossover Heroes Land. And this one, just kind of sit down for a while. I'm going to give you like 8 different things this is to try and describe it. Because it's not an easy, like, one-word line, but not in a bad way. It's very unique.
And Obi's been asking for a Paris in the 20th century project for years, right? Like
exclusively.
Yeah.
They are known for their love of Paris in the 21st century or 22nd century projects.
Yeah. So you guys really got it this time.
Yeah.
Like, great job.
have been saying for so long, man, I really hope that I can do Formula One racing, but 90 years in the future, 80 years in the future.
Exclusively 80 years in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somewhere in that like 70 to 80 range, they would be okay with.
I want racing, but newer.
Yeah. Which,
Yeah.
I think that was what you did, right? Was the Formula 2100?
Yeah. Yes. Won't lie, the Oscars were on my mind, and so all the movies were coming in mind, and then I was like, oh, F1 happened. Might as well. But yeah, I mean, I think it was a lot of fun. Kind of distanced itself out of that, but also did something kind of different. So it was fun. I think I wrote that like the very last thing I wrote, because I wrote the whole like write up and then I posted it on the site. And then I added the like French advertisement bit, and I think that's the perfect way to describe it. It's just you know, you like Formula One? Do you like the future? There you go. That's all it is. But I think more broadly, I think it's just like trying to think about like a project, especially for something like this. So the prompt was like A, B, C, D, E, and immediately you would think, oh wow, that's like kind of tricky, not gonna lie, because you got to come up with like 5 rides, right? And you got to get like a unified theme there. And when you're talking about the e-ticket, and we'll talk about the other tickets, I'm sure later, but for the e-ticket, you want something like kind of really exciting, and something that'll really like kind of draw folks in. And so I remember for a while we were talking a lot about, as a team, the like the IP or like the theme we would use, right? And sort of kind of going at it from that angle and kind of trying to figure out the rides after the fact. And that's a great approach. I think it can really work great. But
yeah,
eventually, like I remember at one point we were kind of just like kind of getting stuck, and we are like, all right, like what exact rides do we want to have? Like what exact standouts do we want to have? And at one point, Formula One was brought up, and it kind of just went out from there. And I think this is like kind of a great example of like kind of just making like a big draw attraction. And we ended up creating like this huge like land out of that. I love our D ticket, for example. I think it's really cool as well. So it's kind of putting those pieces all together. And maybe sometimes like you want to start with the big picture. Sometimes you also want to start with like a smaller picture and kind of go from there. So I think it was a lot of fun to kind of create that big draw, at least for me writing that attraction. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I feel
Formula
like
One's a great poll for Europe.
Yeah. Europe especially is interesting because also more broadly, our attraction or our land is more like kind of so Marseille 2100, sort of taking a city, pulling a city, not Paris, but another major city in France, and looking at it in the future. We already have Discovery Land in the main castle park, right? So that already differentiates us from Tomorrowland comparisons. And now we kind of are trying to like, okay, what else can we kind of do with that? And I'd say that the main distinction, at least in my view, of the land from maybe Tomorrowland or maybe Epcot Future World is kind of like a synthesis of those two, honestly, where like you kind of have like the like exciting aspects of Tomorrowland with more of the educational aspects of Epcot and trying to blend those together into something different. I think it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that blend really is what made it stand out. And I think, well, we'll see that with all the rides and throughout the land. I feel like the Formula One ride really sold that, having that slow section through like the greenhouse or through the water walk plants. Showing like, no, we're not just futuristic racing. We also do this. It's a little Epcot-y, but in like the Tomorrowland way. It's not quite steampunk, but it's kind of solar punk. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And I'm seeing Priest's comments, and one of our ideas was Pandora. Another big idea was Raya. And I think both would have been great, but also I think I'm pretty sure we did one non-IP before this, but otherwise we've mostly done a lot of IPs this whole game. So yeah, I mean, I think Pandora, I think Raya would have both been great. Seriously, I do. But I also really enjoyed what you came up with. So I guess
But
we
I
could
think that's
dive maybe more into the like specifics now. But yeah, it's been yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a tough balance to strike for a project like this too, where you really have
Mm-hmm.
to, if you're gonna do an IP, you have to find an IP that can support 5 different attractions.
That's
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
that I realized very quickly. Five is a
Yeah.
lot.
Like with Pandora, I feel like you could definitely make 5 Pandora rides, but could you make 5 Pandora rides that don't feel like the 2 we already have in Animal Kingdom and
Yeah.
the one we know getting California Adventure? Or with Raya, I feel like you could just kind of take that as a basing point and basically do an original land with it. But the movie itself only has like 2 things that lend themselves to rides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even now, like theme parks now don't even do that.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of offhand that did that recently, almost, not even, Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Does I think Super Nintendo World does, because you got
They get
Mario
close.
Kart, Yoshi, the Power Up Bands, Donkey
If
Kong.
they had a flat ride, they'd be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you sell that a lot in like older designs, but that was a lot of times those old designs would be more like here's a generic land.
Yeah.
Well, not generic land, but here's a concept that we theme the land around, and then we can have different pockets in it, like Tomorrowland or Adventureland. It's tough to do with the one IP. But no, I think what you landed on was great. Like I said, I think your race ride was the standout for me, and I'm not just saying that because you're here. But I think that was the standout. But I did really like a lot of things in this project. Like y'all really did nail it on this one.
Yeah, it's a great project. I don't know if you're having this problem, Pi, but when I go between tabs in your presentation, it'll put me like halfway down the page. In the next, not that that's a big deal. It's not like I'm like, oh, you guys lose because the formatting is fucked up.
Well, I am saying you lose because
we failed the Google Docs formatting.
Yeah, come on.
I'm
oh my
not
god, little
having
things.
that problem. For me, it always takes to the top when I use the tab.
Yeah, I don't think I'm having that issue either. I am just realizing though. I will credit.
It has to be on 2 devices. It doesn't matter. It's just
Are you in Google Chrome?
No, I'm on my iPad.
Oh, see, that's
I'm
the
in
issue.
the Docs app.
See, that's because you're too bougie. Got it.
I guess my you got me.
Yeah.
This is my this is what I get for being successful, fiscally successful.
Theme Park Priest. The B ticket was actually really good. Like, it's tough just because of what it is to call it the standout one. It's the smaller thing, but also that. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk more about it later, but the balloon flat ride was really fun, and I love the artwork for it. That was a great idea to round it out.
Yeah, you guys really you have a great mix of attractions in this.
Yeah. I did really like also the exposition of legends. I always love when someone does interactivity in a ride that's not just shoot things to get a high score. Anytime you're interacting and it's not about points, I go crazy for that.
I will say, and this is not a knock against the project. I don't know how this keeps happening. We keep doing like weird cryptid attractions just in different settings.
Yeah.
The last 3-4 years, it just keeps happening.
You always get those trends where you just know they're gonna pop up like every round. Like for a couple years, it was the Sea Society of Explorers and Adventures. You knew it was gonna be like every other project.
I'm so happy we didn't do C. It never came up in the brainstorming, but
yeah,
it's actually now that you're saying that, that's very surprising. It didn't come up.
Yeah,
you'd think that'd be one of the first things someone suggested.
I think it was an effective people did it for so long that now talks about it.
Yeah.
But
which is a shame because I feel like there is a lot of potential there. It's
it could be. Maybe it'll have a rebound. Yeah.
Well, maybe if I finish my park, though. Do it for a fucking decade.
Who finishes a dream park? I have like 3
Exactly.
unfinished ones. Come on.
Exactly. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'll post scraps.
Exactly.
Leave them wanting more. No, I think to speak to that, I think C has a ton of potential, but we do sometimes lean heavily on it. Fuck. I was trying to catch it before. It's my space heater.
No.
That's the Goku's is gonna explode alarm.
Yeah, that's me. My time's up. That's my fuse.
I missed you.
Thank you. Please mourn me.
I'm glad you were able to get rid of the refrigerator first.
Yeah, me too. You know, that was my
Yeah.
last goal, and now I've done everything. Now it's time. But I think it's something that C is something that we lean on very heavily sometimes. It's kind of an easy way out to say that we're doing no IP when we're actually technically not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I do
I
think it deserves
not
to
having C really helped this because you got a lot of what makes that fun
Yeah.
of like that sense of adventure and wonder and vaguely steampunk, but not quite.
Mm-hmm.
And did it on its own without relying on that same cast of characters and iconography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was a lot of fun to like kind of place different attractions in different categories and kind of build it out like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I always love a
always a
good
sucker
transport
for-
ride. What was that?
Yeah. I'm always a sucker for original themes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's so like obviously it's more realistic to do a Disney movie and there's so much potential there. But also when you're doing a Disney movie, especially when you've been on these boards for a while, you're always going to be compared to other people who have done that,
Yes.
even if it's not intentionally. Whereas if you do something original, no one else has done that before, so I don't have anything to compare it to. So there's no part of my subconscious that's like, well, I saw this Pocahontas flume ride 5 years ago.
And that's what I prefer. Like I just find original IP more fun, or not IP, just original concepts more fun than adapting movies and established IP. But some people really enjoy writing for their favorite IPs, and that's okay too.
Yeah. And if you do it right, you can use that to really elevate it. As we'll see with the other project. I feel like this
Yes.
we talk very highly about this one, but the other project also did kind of nail it.
Yeah.
Two great
So,
projects.
I'll briefly kind of just summarize this project, and then we talk on a few more things about it specifically, and then maybe we can move on to the other project as well.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, so main e-ticket, I worked on that, sort of taking the slot car from Test Track Radiator Springs, and I mean, I think my favorite part, I think everybody's favorite part of those attractions are when they kind of start speeding by, and so maybe slowing them a bit, but having them go at like a fast pace the entire attraction basically, and having sort of this sort of Mario Kart-esque race throughout, going through different sections like lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, and the basic premise is you're racing through the futuristic city. So I wanted to kind of try and capture that sort of optimism that our initial write-up and land description kind of caught, and kind of have that happen at a very fast, exciting pace. So as I was talking briefly about like that synthesis between Tomorrowland and Epcot, kind of bringing that excitement, but also kind of showing all these cool things without necessarily having to tell what is going on. And sort of the idea is that as you're having fun, as you're kind of going across the city, you're going to kind of be seeing all these things. So lap 1 is outdoors, you're kind of going around. Lap 2 would be inside in a show building, and that would kind of reflect more like a cyberpunk, but more in a positive direction, like with city drifting and going through this large area. And then lap 3, the actual track splits. So you have the hydroelectric plant, which is powering the city, and then a vertical farm, which is sort of giving the city some sustainable food source. And then it kind of concludes very much like Radiator Springs Racers would, where everyone kind of comes together and you're kind of speeding by and one car is going to win. So that's the Formula 2100 race, where you're kind of going through those aspects. And then what I loved about it, the whole project, was, I mentioned this pretty early on, but I've always loved the Indiana Jones concept art for kind of synthesizing a ton of attractions together, putting them in a similar show building. And I think we really caught that with how the E-ticket, the D-ticket, the C-ticket are all kind of engaging with each other. So our D-ticket's a little bit different. It's a much more slower pace, and I think that really complements the fast pace of the E-ticket. The D-ticket is going to be kind of going through, seeing more of the history of France and kind of tying into that culture aspect, where you're kind of photographing different mythology and cultural history. And then lastly, our C-ticket is a kind of a transport ride similar to like the People Mover of Tomorrowland. But throughout that write-up, what I love about it is that it's kind of going through the D-ticket, going through the E-ticket, and so they're kind of crossing paths. So I really love that. And then, of course, our B-ticket and A-ticket, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but I love those as well. But yeah, I really liked how we're able to kind of have the different rides kind of interact with each other. So that was something that I enjoyed.
That was a really cool aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all did a lot of things that like speak to like me personally of what I love about like land design, and that interaction is one of my favorite things to do in lands. You pulled it off in a way that felt really natural too. It didn't feel like you were just doing it for the sake of doing it or really forcing things to interact. It felt like a world where, yeah, of course these things would see each other. They're next to each other.
Yeah.
That's partly why I loved having a People Mover as the C-ticket. Like, I feel like that was such a clever idea. And I usually, as much as I love People Movers, wouldn't say it's a clever idea. Like, I think it's fun to have. Always put a People Mover in your land. But it's such like a beloved thing that, yeah, put a People Mover in it. Everyone's going to say that. That's cool. It's not clever. But the way it's done here and the way it adds to, like you're talking about, that theme of everything connecting, makes it feel clever, not just like, yeah, we'll put a People Mover. Everyone loves a People Mover.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I think what you're getting at is sometimes, like, as great as People Movers are and as much as we love like them, sometimes they kind of come up a lot in like more futuristic lands, and I think we were able to maybe do something a little bit different. I love the write-up focusing on the land itself and really like delving into all that.
Yeah.
No, I
it
think
really
it's done
felt like cohesive place.
Yeah. I think it's done very well, but we do sometimes have a habit of shoehorning our favorite attractions into a lander project.
Yeah.
But no, everything here is fantastic. Everything feels very cohesive. I also love the interactivity. Yeah, it came out really, really well.
I feel like the Sky Balloon B ticket, I mentioned it a bit earlier, but I think that was a great pool. I feel like that would add some really great kinetics. I feel like a good flat ride can add to the land by just feeling like a kinetic set piece to be fun to look at. Like Dumbo doesn't feel like a off-the-shelf flat ride. It feels like the centerpiece of the land it's in. And I feel like this could do that same thing.
Yeah. I loved how I feel like it was very genuine, like our B ticket. Like, yes, it's a futuristic city, but it's specifically, as we were saying, Marsley 2100. And I think that kind of gets captured here, like that culture, that even though it's like the 22nd century, we still have aspects of prior times, like a hot air balloon. You don't immediately think of that as a futuristic land, but it's kind of integrated, and how we describe the land description describing like the synthesis with the tradition and like the modern. I think it works really well. So I was a big fan of that as well.
And I love that too, because very often when anyone writes anything futuristic, there's no thought of the past when designing that. So I love that the integration of the false history and what came before.
And also, it's a small touch, but I like that there is an explanation in world for why they take off and land quickly. It reminds me. I don't know if you have ever watched anything like Dropout or Dimension 20, any of their like D&D stuff by Brennan Lee Mulligan, but they did a like steampunk cowboy thing recently, and the big thing with that was cold air balloons is how they fly around. It's a balloon of regular air, and then they just kind of have this stuff that freezes the air around it, so it flies the same concept as a hot air balloon, except it's a cold air balloon. And it gave me that same kind of vibe here. Like, yeah, it's not just a hot air balloon. There's some weird sci-fi stuff going on that makes it extra fun. Then this time it's shooting the compressed helium up.
Yeah, and we even got like a concept art, which is I'm glad to see here.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys got that in. But there's always there's a lot of like weird little sprinklings of lore in this that I always love to see included.
Mm-hmm.
Which sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't do stuff like that. And I think we really should. Like, you don't have to explain everything, but it really helps the lands feel lived in. It helps them feel realer. It really does a lot in making it feel like a place.
Oh yeah, and I also really love the A ticket, the Institute of the Infinitely Small. I want to specifically shout out a little detail in the presentation of it. I'm not sure who did this, if it would be AGP when he made that, or whoever wrote it, who was Space Mountain. But when you read it, the font gets smaller and smaller as you read on. It's so fun.
I've been waiting to talk about this, but I actually love the A ticket. I feel like it's such a perfect like type of A ticket where it doesn't, overstay itself and like become bigger than it is, but it's also such a like fun, like you could easily see this as somebody's favorite part of the whole land. And this could be like a standout for somebody's day, and yet it's also such a simple, small little thing that, as it literally is, going into a smaller area. I think it's like a really nice, simple concept that is taken in a really cool direction.
And it's a great little callback to Adventure Through Inner Space.
Yes.
And I really love that AGP did not mention it by name in his description.
Yeah.
I love that it's just as it is. And if you get that it is what it is, then great. But otherwise it stands on its own as its own thing.
Exactly.
As it should. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw in the brainstorming at all, Jokers. Outbound, obviously you saw, I'm sure. But there was a time when this was going to be the theme of like the entire land that someone was pitching.
Yes.
Oh,
I think it was AGP pitching it. But the idea was that when you're at the front of the land, everything's big, and the further back you go, it gets to be that infinitesimally small. Yeah. So you got like these different layers that way instead of sublands.
You could do some fun perspective stuff with that.
Yeah.
Like
I was excited. I think what you did is the better idea, and I'm glad I included a bit here. But I was really excited about that idea too.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. I don't have too much to say about the dining or the shopping, but they are well done. I like the Epcot references, but done kind of subtly with the Horizons restaurant and Sky 220. I feel like that was a fun way to do it. And I think just overall, y'all did a great job with it.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
I also love the. Sorry.
No.
I love the reference pictures, like the intended architecture for a lot of these restaurants. And stuff is really striking.
Oh yeah, especially the gallery.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I don't know where that is, but I want to find it.
See, I want to know where that is actually. Good reference. Yeah, I mean, I think this project was very expansive, with the 5 attractions. So I'm glad we were able to focus a bit on the shopping, dining, and if anything, I wish I was able to do more on that. But I think what we were able to do was a good balance, and I had a great time for our last team project, our team round. It was a good last showing, I think, for us. So I enjoyed it.
Okay. Yeah.
There was a time when shopping and dining was going to be the entire project, but I decided to include some attractions because I was
Oh, I
worried people
wish.
wouldn't like it.
So we're gonna
but-
do like the ABCDE, but like with shopping.
It's
So,
only restaurants, yeah.
you know, the
It was
E of
going to
shopping.
be Clone Land, where all the rides had to be clones. You just say one sentence maximum about, and then the rest of the project had to entirely focus on just the land description, the shopping, and the dining and facades. Don't talk about rides at all.
Do you know
See,
what
I
would be
kind of
fun?
like that actually. I think that's a lot of fun.
But I
know
was
what'd be
worried,
fun?
like,
But I feel like
two
I'm in the
people would
minority
like it,
here.
and everyone else would revolt.
Oh, you're definitely the minority.
Yeah, everyone would be very upset with this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that okay. If we did a whole like season of that, I would get very tired of it. But I think one
Yeah.
round might be a lot of fun.
You know, it'd be fun, but I don't think anyone would go for it. So if you did the same project, but you told them what the attractions were. So you're like, here's a pre-built land. Please make
Oh no!
dining and then shops.
It would be funny if you did like a wheel and they just got some really bad combos. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna put like Space Mountain and the Tiki Room together, figure out how to make this work.
Oh my god, if you had to like combine two attractions or like one attraction with a different attractions theme. It'd be really fun.
Yes.
Like how everyone, I think this is too old for you guys, but like 10 years ago, everyone was obsessed with putting the Haunted Mansion in Tomorrowland and trying to figure out how to make that
Oh,
work.
because it like had gone in all the other lands by that point.
Yeah.
I wasn't on this forum, but I saw that just online in Disney Spaces back then. That would be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, something like that could be a lot of fun.
I was always more partial to the idea of Haunted Mansion on Main Street if we're doing it in a different land intentionally.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, mashup lands, clone lands, all that stuff would be a lot of fun. But hey, speaking of mashups, unless there's anything else either of y'all have to say about this project.
I think we're good.
All right, cool. Speaking of mashups, Heroes Crossing by Team Citrus.
Yeah.
Yeah. The entire time I was working on our project, I was wondering what are they going to come up with, and I think this is
They were going to do To Boldly Flee again. They were working on a Kickassia land for the longest time.
Oh, we're going to get Nostalgia Critic land. The whole entire land. The whole map is just Doug's face, just like screaming.
Really decided to rally around that guy with the glass.
Yeah. Like how Hollywood Studios is a hidden Mickey from above. It's that,
Oh,
but
God.
Doug
The
Walker.
hidden Doug.
Yeah, he got like a hedge maze of just Doug Walker's face.
Is like how in Green Gots, how you can get like the wizard money to pay. You can do that, but it's a bat credit card.
So we got a Heroes
door,
Crossing,
yeah.
but not that Heroes Crossing. Different
No.
hero.
Which I was worried for a little bit because I feel like Fantasy Springs is one of those things that is becoming a buzzword in Imagineering, where a lot of people are starting to just use it as here's 3 ideals, so we don't have to decide on one idea. But I feel like Aladdin and Hercules is one of those things that works so well together that it actually does work. It feels connected.
Yes, because like Fantasy Springs is weird because it's not really connected. It's just kind of a garden with different IPs in it. It's a really cool land, and actually is very. To rant for a second, it has very very interesting. There's some very interesting ideas in there that show how it seems that Disney's marketing the park now. Like I keep getting commercials on YouTube now about Fantasy Springs, but specifically for dates, which I think is very interesting. That's not a market Disney's ever really tried to corner in the past 60 years. Since like the 60s.
Ever since the failure of the Disney Vacation Club Love Hotels, they have not really marketed.
They're coming.
Yeah.
But
no, that's interesting to hear because you've actually been to Fantasy Springs, presumably, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I think this is a lot more cohesive than Fantasy Springs. I like Fantasy Springs. But I see what you're saying in that concern.
No, I feel like it helps that they've actually crossed over before, and that was one of those moments. Like as a kid watching, I was like, "You can do that." Not everything crossed over back then. You can have every character in Fortnite together.
Even if they hadn't, I think this still would have worked.
Yeah,
like they're similar enough. Even the color schemes are pretty similar-ish.
You got the same vibe, you got the same color scheme, you got the thematic ties.
Exactly.
I think regarding these two, I mean, the presentation itself literally shows the color schemes are the same.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I'm just realizing that now, but as you were saying it, I went to the second page. I was like, oh,
I'm a little disturbed that the background color is Hercules' skin color. Not sure I like that.
It's tragic. They had to skin him to make.
I know. Yeah, they tanned him and they stretched him out.
Like sometimes you just need a unique presentation, and if someone, that's the end game. That's when I stop posting. When someone sends me in the mail, leather bound from a Disney.
10 out of 10 on presentation.
Yeah. Gives me the Evil Dead Necronomicon, but
what are we gonna do about presentation? Let's dox pie.
What are we gonna do about presentation? I know, and I guess outside a window, like Love Actually cards. Yeah.
You open up the link and it's just an IP address.
A+.
Anyway, this is a really good project. Did they? I know Aiden Rodriguez posted his attraction. Oh, they did get posted. Okay, cool. He posted his attraction late. I wasn't sure if it got added to the doc. Yeah, it did.
Yes.
Awesome.
There was some real life issues that got in the way, so like I said, I'm not gonna hold it against them. That was late.
Of course. Yeah, I think there was something else missing too. I don't. It doesn't matter.
I think it was a dining or shopping that was missing. Something
you're right.
Like that.
Yeah.
I don't think shopping and dining in Agrabah made it.
All right, that's okay. It happens.
Exactly. And let's face it, one of the both downsides and strength of an IP-based land is that sometimes you just can assume what things are. And let's face it, with Agrabah, you know what the market's going to be. It's the Agrabah market. We got it.
Yeah.
They might have done something more unique with it, but yeah, it goes without saying. Market. It's great.
Well, and Aladdin Land is something I've been wanting for a long time. I didn't really realize until I went, but in Disney Sea, they have Arabian Coast, which is where Sinbad is.
Yeah.
And half of it is basically in Aladdin Land without being called that.
Which is
so it's
cool. That's really the only Aladdin stuff other than the Magic Carpet ride anywhere.
Yeah. And like it's they have like the Agrabah alleyways, like it's like a 1-to-1 recreate. It's very interesting. But it's cool to see that concept like fully fleshed out and actually like properly done and kind of half-assed.
Exactly.
It's kind of shocking we haven't seen a full, like, I guess we have Arabian Coast, but it's not really the same. And like having a full scale land, and I think both same with Olympus. Like I think Hercules and Aladdin are two the most famous Renaissance films, and to see them here is, I think they work really well together, and I think it's also something that you could easily see. Of the two, this is far more marketable and far more like likely to we would see. I think from like Disney, you could get a lot of people to come to Disney Adventure World for either of these IPs. Yeah, so I think pairing them was a great choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I try not to focus too much on like realism in IP selection because I don't want everyone to just submit Frozen every round. But this is, like you said, this is definitely the realistic choice.
Hi, it's 2026. We're doing Zootopia 2 now.
Right, Zootopia 2. There's the little Frozen DVD in Zootopia, so they could do them both.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
that's the next Fantasy Springs. It's the
Zootopia. There's like a Frozen
the
DVD in Zootopia 2?
Yeah.
So is like the ride like it's set in Zootopia land, but like the e-ticket is still frozen anyway, so you just like get
frozen.
you fall into the DVD like
It's
Spy
the
Kids.
exact
And then,
same thing as Frozen Ever After, except Elsa's in Ada.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Though
Perfect. I love it.
Sven is a human, and it's really weird.
Well,
But on topic of this, I feel like they did a really good job with the selection of doing
Oh, no.
something that feels unique from each one. I was really worried with Agrabah that every ride was going to be a magic carpet. I'm glad they kind of communicated. I was like, okay, well, what can we do if you use a magic carpet? Here, what's some other things we can do that aren't just riding a magic carpet?
Yeah, that was
This is-
definitely a question because I had a similar like encounter where like we're trying to fit like okay, e-ticket would be like more tense, d-ticket would be more chill, like things like that.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna have two different lands, like how are you gonna like kind of coordinate your different tickets? And I think putting one D ticket in one land, e-ticket in the other is a perfect way to split them up, and then you have your A, B, and C in different as well. Yeah,
Exactly.
Has anyone looked at it's a picture of Jasmine letting a bird free, and she looks like someone just like she just saw like a camera flash.
yeah, it's a. What is she doing? She's singing "Little Bird in a Gilded Cage."
Yeah. Oh my god!
But
Aliens
it's like
come for
gilded,
her.
the guild as in like the guild of old. Anyway,
This is also coming from Tokyo, but this is to both teams. I wish that you guys might have looked at other options outside of ride attractions. One thing that I think is really interesting at Disney Sea is in their Aladdin Land, they have a continuously running Genie magic show. It's a live action magic show. And like something like that, like some kind of like show could have been interesting to add that still counts as a ticket.
Yeah.
That isn't an attraction.
that's like the most very straightforward remark, but now that you're saying that, I'm like, wait, why did we never think of this?
Yeah.
I think shows are types of things you don't think about at first, but yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I
shows.
get
I
it.
was
I could
really
do the
expect
same.
like some streetmosphere for the A ticket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I would do the same. When you think of a ticket, you think of like a ride. So I
Yeah.
get it.
Mm-hmm.
But also it doesn't have to be. It can be anything.
Yeah.
The lightsaber making could be a ticket attraction.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. You can do anything.
Classic.
I know I shoehorned this into like every project I'm a part of, but you know the Adventureland pirate game? You could do something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god, yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's not saying what was chosen was bad by any
Oh
means.
no.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
No, I
it has
think
some nice variety.
yes. Yeah. I do think that the other team had a better mix of attractions, I guess. The attractions here are all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love the Aladdin's house as a setting for the A ticket, just kind of making a bit of a
Yes.
walkthrough, a bit of a playground. That's a really fun idea. I don't think Paris has any playgrounds in the studios or Adventure World, but they do like walkthroughs at that park. So it's good to emphasize that as culturally in the park as, yeah, we know you like walking through things. Let's do it.
Disneyland itself already has an Aladdin walkthrough.
Oh,
In
yeah.
Adventureland. They have a little like weird vignette one.
I don't think Disney, like if I could only go to one park, it wouldn't be Disneyland Paris, but also just something about the weirdness of Disneyland Paris that is just so, yay. I love weird parks.
Yeah. Disneyland Paris is next on my list, but if you had to go to one international park, you should go to Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tokyo is something else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, these
the
were
A
great.
tickets, yeah.
What?
Oh, go for it.
No, I do have. I would like to pull the panel. I don't think a Kook arm is a D ticket.
There was some back and forth there.
Was there?
Tiki was planning to use the Peter Pan ride system, but since Aiden wasn't online, Aiden missed that and then said he was going to use the Peter Pan ride system for his e-ticket.
Okay.
So Tiki pivoted last minute.
That's fair. Okay.
I honestly think that even with that pivot, it could have still worked perfectly as is if you just switched what one you call the E and the D.
Yeah.
I feel like the Peter Pan also lends itself more to a D ticket than an E ticket.
I agree. Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, that was just like a last minute miscommunication why that happened.
I get that. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
But something I really like about this D ticket is that it focuses on the Cave of Wonders scene. And this is, I think, something that was brought up either last round or a few rounds before, where we're talking about how do we want to adapt like popular sequences and not make it exactly a book report like full on. And I think a good compromise is sometimes focusing on like a highlight sequence, which I think leaving the Cave of Wonders is a great sequence to be focusing on here. And so I like that it's not a full-on like book report, which I think is perfectly fitting of a whole land themed to Aladdin. You're going to want to allow things like Aladdin's house and the genie to kind of pop up at different moments and give them time to shine in the A and the B ticket. So now the D ticket can focus on a big sequence. And it can take up a lot of like the ideas from that movie, but it's not going to take like all of it. So I think that was a good balance, and I like that.
Oh yeah, that was honestly I have not written much of the reviews yet. I'll admit I fell behind, but that was the biggest thing I commented on. This was commending, hey, really smart idea to focus on the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah,
yeah.
And
everything
here, like,
yeah,
I feel like it's all very cohesive. Everything works very well together.
Like we didn't really have too much to say about it, but I also really loved Genie's Magic Lamp flat ride with Bear Panther.
Right, yeah. So I want to talk about that also. Like, so different from, of course we have the magic carpets, right? So how do you differentiate? And I think focusing on the genie was just the perfect choice. Like, everyone wants to see the genie if you're going to Aladdin Land. So there you go.
I always like putting flat rides indoors. This is a great concept.
Yeah.
Especially if you're somewhere like Paris where like weather becomes an issue.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it and keep it running year round.
Absolutely.
I'm still sad that the rumored, but I don't think it was ever actually happening, Mary Poppins carousel, but indoors with projections, never came to Epcot.
I know. I do wish it was more than just a carousel, but
yeah,
it's a shame.
And also, according to like what some of the insiders were saying, it was never even actually a carousel. It was just like a character show.
What?
Like Enchanted Tales with Belle, but with Mary Poppins.
Oh my god. World Showcase needs something. Well, I guess Ratatouille's something. They need more. I need more. Give me more.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Ratatouille helped a lot. And while I miss Maelstrom, I feel like Frozen, while an odd fit, also helped a lot, but needs at least like one or two more. Like
I miss Maelstrom every day. It was the perfect B-movie ride.
Exactly.
Just like that local park weirdness at Disney.
Have either of y'all ever been to the Festival of the Arts at Epcot?
Yeah.
I don't
Did
think
you
I
do
have.
the scavenger hunt with the Figment paintings?
I haven't been in like 6 years.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So every festival they do some kind of scavenger hunt. The one for Festival of the Arts is Figment in classic paintings from that region.
Yeah.
But for Norway, what they do is instead of doing any kind of painting from Norway or artist, it's just a painting of the trolls from Maelstrom with Figment going over the falls.
That's really good.
It's so fun.
I love it.
Probably insulting to every artist who's ever lived in Norway, but to me, I like it.
Me an Epcot fan.
Yeah. I clapped when I saw it.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, the Aladdin, really cohesive, really good choices of things.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Olympus, while there's a bit less to it, what they have is also a really fun mix.
Yeah, I was
like
just gonna.
the Hydra roller coaster going through the underworld. That's a fun concept.
I do wish there was a little more from Olympus.
Yeah.
Like going back to what I was saying earlier, I think Hercules really lends itself to a show.
I agree. Hercules, like a show, was definitely my first thought for Hercules.
Yeah.
I think a stunt show would be perfect here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Kind of
There's
bring
a lot
out
you could do
that.
with it, and it just kind of seems like it kind of feels like just like a couple tractions, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Hydra itself, it's very similar to what I was just saying with the Cave of Wonders, like kind of focusing in on one standout
Yeah.
moment. It's
Yeah.
cool. I will say, me personally, like the Cave of Wonders is a bigger standout of Aladdin than like the Hydra is to Hercules to me. Although I will say I like the Hydra scene. I think it could definitely
Yeah.
work. I do
Sweet.
wonder, maybe you could synthesize like Hydra into that e-ticket, then bring out the maybe a show or something like that. But
Yeah.
I can't really say that also because I didn't think of the show at all for our land. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. No one's gonna call you out on it.
yeah.
You can
But
say it.
I will say
Alternative
overall, it was pretty cool, and I think that a coaster, the idea, independent of the rest of the project, the idea of a coaster relating to the Hydra, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. If they were gonna do anything, alternative idea, they could have done a Phil themed ropes course. Ooh, I do.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, more of a A or B ticket scale down
Yeah.
there. Yeah, would be good.
It just doesn't feel like the Hercules stuff really explored the film, where the Aladdin part has a lot of different sequences from the film.
I think that was sort of the downside of doing the split land.
Yes, yeah.
Because now you kind of have a Hercules. It's not just a Hercules land, but the Hercules half of this land only has 2 rides, and it's tough to make a land feel full when you only have 2 attractions.
Or even if they really leaned into the crossover and did a crossover attraction.
Yeah.
That could have been fun and kind of justify why both aren't fully explored.
Which was a really interesting discussion early on. Because I remember one of the earlier pitches for the Heroes Land was to use Hercules as like a framing device with the muses singing of different heroes. So that was going to be the excuse to have, here's a Mulan ride because the muses are singing about Mulan's exploits.
That is really interesting, actually.
Yeah.
I do think it was a good idea to cut Mulan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the big concern with the crossover ride is they just did Kingdom Hearts and they didn't want to just do another and here's all the heroes fighting a villain.
Yeah.
I mean, this is me 5 seconds into hearing that, but I love that idea. I feel like that's such a cool way of justifying the Disney Springs effect of, or Fantasy Springs effect of combining those different IPs. And if there was like an e-ticket that like combine those, and then you have your DEC other tickets kind of splitting off and doing your own thing, that could be really cool. Could also be
more solid than Fantasy Springs.
It's one of those ideas where I'd be a bit concerned about feeling like when a movie's really good, or like people say a movie's really good, but it just appeals to movie fans only. I worry that it could be one of those ideas like, oh, so the muses are just singing about everyone. That's so like meta hat on a hat. Why are you overcomplicating it? While theme park fans are like, ooh, overcomplicate it more. Yay.
People would be so confused. But it would be like a striking visual to like have like at the entrance to the land have like a weird like Greek forum and like the statues and the muses, but they're animated and they sing.
Yeah.
Like something like that could be a fun way to introduce it. But it would definitely be lost on everyone. Like no one would get it.
But no, it was a cool concept. What they have here, I feel like, was the downside of splitting the land is one of them was going to feel a bit underbaked.
Yeah. But still, like everything here is great.
Exactly.
I just want more. You know.
And I do think it was really smart to have the Hydra coaster not just be the Hydra, but it does also take place in the underworld. So you kind of get 2 for 1 on that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if either of you did get a chance to read Aiden's e-ticket, because I know it came in not too long ago.
I skimmed it.
Yeah, I've not read it yet.
But what I saw looked good. It's just kind of a beat by beat, like a book report, which is fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. I feel like it could have been stronger if it focused in a little bit, especially because of the strongest part. When I'm reading it and thinking of what would be the funnest part to ride, I see that Titans at the end and Hercules losing his power and then saving Meg.
Yeah.
I feel like if you just had the whole ride be that Titans and zero in on how much excitement can we get out of this final clash between Hercules and Hades.
Yeah. I mean, that alone could be a coaster.
Yeah.
Like fold the Hydra into it and make it a big boy. One thing I will say, because I know Aiden is newer, but he also had family issues this week.
Exactly.
Personal issues this week. I don't know what it was. Usually try to write these like a narrative, you know? Like make it feel like a story. Don't just like list out the scenes.
Yeah.
But what you do have is great. Like it looks really, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's a good book report. Yeah.
Solid, fun ride. And I think Hercules deserves a big, solid, fun thrill ride like this.
Absolutely.
I think the Peter Pan ride system was a fun idea for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the only place we see Hercules now is Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. And every Kingdom Hearts game. They will
Every
never let that one go.
This was keeping James Woods' lights on.
It's the only thing confirmed Kingdom Hearts 4 is Hercules.
Yeah.
Or at least Hades.
So Hercules and Hades, nobody else. We don't know anyone else.
That's it. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
They decided to do a full Hercules game.
But they called it Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah. Well, it's still
it's just Hercules. It's just a book report of Hercules.
Donald is still there. But
no, yeah. Donald will. He'll pop in like on occasion. He'll have side quests.
Check in to see how Hercules feels about what's going on.
Yeah.
At the end, when Meg is dead, instead of Hercules diving in to bring her out from the river Styx, Donald just goes, "Yeah." And goes her.
You hear in the background, "You need help, pal?" And the camera pans down, and it's Mickey in the Organization 13 robe. And he's swimming behind Hercules. And they save the day. And Mickey gets the girl.
Yeah, that's the only major change from the movie is Meg runs off with the Mickey Mouse.
Oh, God.
Meg runs off with Axel. I think we got something. I think we wrote it.
Yeah. No, I think
Here we go.
I'm gonna run down to Square after this, and I'll talk to him.
Yeah. Let them know.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Don't ask permission. Just let them know. Hey, this is what Kingdom Hearts 4 is now.
Is Nomura-san in? I have like we have a pretty good concept for Kingdom Hearts 4.
If he's busy, he can make time for this.
Yeah, like can he does he have like a couple minutes?
Yeah.
Where does he eat lunch?
This is home.
Where's his
We
home?
have this presentation of our idea. It's in skin.
Yeah.
Like the leather bound.
We have an elevator pitch. Is there an elevator nearby?
We have an elevator pitch, and then you just pull a DVD of Hercules with just the Donald and Mickey just pasted in without explanation.
They're just in the backgrounds.
Yeah. Just like a series of frames of them. Like they just keep jumping frames. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Instead of the muses, it's just Donald and Goofy talking about the story, just recapping to you.
The whole recap is by Donald, and by the time he gets at the end of it, you're like, "Oh, good for you for talking that long in that voice. Please go have some
God,
coffee."
you're like our condolences to the voice actor.
I think we got something. I think it was good.
Last
like
real thing I have to say about the project personally, not to be on topic, sorry about that. The Olympus Marketplace, fun. I always love an indoor-outdoor place. Anytime something inside is themed to outside, I'm there. That's another one of those cheat codes to things Pi is going to like. And Temple Tavern, also really fun. Always Hercules food, merchandise. It goes well together.
Jeez, I'm looking at these credits, and Lizzie did like half the project.
No, B's been killing it this game.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah.
Not that they're not always great, but no, she's been really stepping up to be like one of the leads of the team this game.
Yeah, which is really great to see. She's been around for a while. It's great to see her coming into her own.
We talked about this a bit before we went on, but about how a lot of times in this game, this has been the game where people have been tired or have had things come up or have been busy, but it's never the same people. But I feel like it kind of has worked out really nicely in a way that a lot of the people that are the regulars, like every project or every game leading the way, have had either a bit less time or a bit less activity in a way that has really let the players that usually play support shine in a way they don't always get to.
Absolutely.
Like Disney Man 1's another one who has been doing some fantastic work all season. It feels weird to say Space Mountain as someone who's a support player, but they've been playing mostly support for the last 5 years, and this game's kind of pushed them back into, I'm going to be one of the like leading people on the team. It's been fun to see.
Really killing it.
I do not envy the following few rounds where things are going to get a little tighter, but I mean, everybody here I think has been doing really good work, and I'm happy to see everybody kind of coming into their own and really having something. I think in this game, everybody's got something that they're really proud of and have done. That's been awesome.
Is this our big elimination round? Is next round the first one?
So we currently have 12 players, but Disney Warrior already said this was going to be his last round.
Yes.
So the next round's going to go down to 10 players, and then 8 players, and then the final 4. So this round only has 1 elimination. The next round has 2, and then we have to the finals.
Okay. Cool. Well, good luck.
Anytime I send out, like when I do the game and you send out the messages like, so do you have the availability and the interest to keep playing? There's always like a little part of me that's like, please say no, make my life easy. Obviously I don't want that, but like, if one of you wants to.
You should just start leading with that. Don't ask them if they want to stay. Just say like, hey, you can leave whenever you want.
I'm tired of writing reviews, so I'm hoping there'll be like a final one.
Everyone just drops out. Okay.
Just choose.
All right, everyone dropped out, and that's how we circled back around to Tegan won the competition. All right.
Yay. Hey, wasn't this supposed to end on Pi Day?
It was. So I don't know if you know this. We've extended every round. This is the first round of the entire game with no extensions.
When you sent out the post and we're like, oh, you can extend it, I was fully expecting somebody to say something.
I love that even in the rounds that we didn't feel like we needed it, we did it anyway.
But because we were extending every round, I start making the rounds a little longer. But then also we've been extending still. So originally either this was going to end on Pi Day or start the final on Pi Day. We still got 3 rounds to go. We'll be done by the end of this month. Exactly, Priest. Who cares about due dates?
You sure? Just turn to your project whenever you want. It's fine.
Exactly.
It's a party. This is the perpetual contest.
Exactly. It gets done eventually.
Yeah.
I'm so casual about due dates because I'm not going to read it till I get off work anyways if I have work that day.
Of course.
As long as it's done by the time I read it.
And I think that's good. Like, I understand it in some games, but like very often, like the projects due at midnight. The judges aren't.
Oh yeah.
I know how these games work.
I think the first time I ever hosted a game, I was so determined. Like, no, if I'm having it end at midnight, I'm gonna be up at midnight writing reviews till 2 a.m.
I tried
every
that
week.
Yeah,
and I've never done that again because it was horrible.
I know. Yeah. Trying to post it before you go to sleep the day of the deadline. It's like,
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
know
Yeah,
anytime I've tried like officially making the deadline like noon the next day or something, no one sees it coming and someone's like, "Oh, noon, not midnight?"
yes, yeah.
Well, do either of y'all have anything else you want to say about the round or the game in general or appliances you need to sell?
Well,
Not right now for appliances, but if anyone's looking, like I said earlier, if anyone's looking for a TV or a kotatsu or a couch, please contact me. As I said last time, www.crazyjokershouseoffurniture.com. I have it all. It's for a steal. Please check it out. Please look at my wares. Thank you.
And it's .com, not .edu.
No, I'm sorry, .co.jp. I forgot I'm in Japan.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. No furniture for me, but been a
Are you
fun
sure?
game. No, not yet.
If you need some extra
Oh,
money,
God.
you know.
Yeah.
But no, it's been I think it's been a really fun game. I think we got this theme, right? We started with the first season, and it's the same here, where it's like that like orange growth, and you kind of start with nothing and you kind of expand something like on something big. Basically, that's like the premise of these games, right?
Yeah.
And so I think this round in particular was a really cool evolution of the Ace project, kind of taking it and making it even bigger. And I think even beyond these two projects, we've had quite a few really large scale kind of blue sky rounds from the very first project of building a new epic universe. I think it's been a lot of fun with this huge blue sky open brainstorming. And I think we've done some really cool stuff this whole game. I love what I've been able to work on, what my team's been able to work on, and what the other teams have been able to work on as we've been hosting. So all I'll say is I think it's been an awesome time so far. I'm really excited to see where the rest of the game goes. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's been so much incredible stuff. It's been great. Like even some of the rounds that were a bit more controversial, like the Nostalgia Critic and Home on the Range 2 rounds in a row. From like the perspective of reading them, love them. Y'all have been killing it.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I had not ever seen Home on the Range before, and I don't know why. I just was like, you know what, Home on the Range, sure, we're gonna do that, and I became a top Home on the Range defender now. I just don't really like it that much as a movie, but it was fun, and I don't even know what to say about Doug Walker, but it was fun.
There you go. Well, hey.
We had fun, Doug Walker.
Yeah. Well, I'm the Nostalgia Pie. I remember, so you don't have to. I don't know if y'all... I don't remember how he ends his videos. It's been too long. So pretend I ended this flawlessly. Thank y'all for joining me.
I'm sure you did. I don't remember either.
Yeah. I believe he ended every video with, "Hey, that's just a theory. A game theory." Thanks
that was
for
the same
watching.
guy. 100%.
Yeah, that sounds right.